Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. My name is Carol, and we are Heal Connect. In a little while, you are going to meet Kim, Heidi, and Luke. Over the next little while, we are going to address one of the biggest challenges that people like you face, and that is burnout. We know that if you are a carer, a frontline worker, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, we know that this is something that you face. But more importantly, we're going to show you how to move from feeling overwhelmed and exhausted to thriving with balance, energy, and fulfillment. This webinar is not about doing more or finding extra time. It's about adopting simple, actionable strategies that align with the busy life that you have. You're here because you care deeply about others, but it's time now to care about yourself. I too have walked this path. Kim, Heidi, and Luke are all people that have experienced this as well. We have all experienced moments of burnout. We understand how overwhelming you feel today. And we are going to share with you a proven framework that has helped countless people in your positions regain control and energy without overhauling your lives. So what can you expect? We're going to explore the root causes of burnout. We will guide you through a 3-step framework to regain balance. You'll receive a free burnout score assessment to evaluate your current state. And finally, we'll present a path forward for those ready to take action, including a special offer for our 5-week burnout prevention program.
This webinar is for carers, the people who selflessly dedicate their time and energy to supporting others. Whether you're a parent, an NDIS professional, a family caregiver, a foster care worker, a foster carer, or a frontline worker, this is for you. There are 3 types of carers. Those who are unaware of the effects burnout is having on their lives. And this is not you today, because you're here. Those who recognise the problem but haven't yet taken action, and this may be 80% of you. And those who know the impact of burnout intimately and are ready to make a change, and this is the remaining 20%. Wherever you are on this journey, you're in the right place. Today we'll provide insights, strategies, and a clear path forward.
So let's take a moment to reflect on your reality as a carer, parent, or frontline worker. Life can often feel like a never-ending race with no finish line in sight. Does that resonate with you? You've got overwhelming demands. Your to-do list seems to grow faster than you can check things off. Every day brings new responsibilities, leaving little time to rest and recover. Exhaustion without relief. You wake up tired, and even the thought of starting the day can feel heavy. Rest doesn't feel restorative anymore, and the idea of self-care simply feels out of reach. You have emotional strain. You may feel like you're just carrying the world on your shoulders, yet no one truly sees the weight you bear. There's often guilt. Guilt for not doing enough, not being enough, not having enough time, or for even considering putting yourself first. You may have strained relationships. Your energy is depleted, making it harder to connect meaningfully with loved ones. You may find yourself withdrawing or feeling resentful because you're constantly giving, but rarely receiving. You may have some physical and mental health challenges. Maybe you're noticing the toll on your body, persistent aches, headaches, a weakened immune system. Maybe mentally, the overwhelm can manifest as forgetfulness, irritability, or you just have trouble focusing with brain fog. Maybe you've got loneliness and isolation. So even though you're surrounded by people, it can feel like no one truly understands what you're going through. If you see yourself in this position, just know you're not alone. This isn't about weakness or failure. It's the natural result of living in constant survival mode. But it doesn't have to stay this way. Now, imagine a life that feels lighter, more balanced, and deeply fulfilling. What if your day-to-day could actually look like this? You wake up energized. You wake up feeling refreshed and ready to embrace the day ahead. The fog of exhaustion is lifted, replaced by clarity and purpose. You're actually taking care of yourself without the guilt. You've created time for self-care, whether it's as simple as sipping your morning tea in peace and quiet or taking a walk to clear your mind. This care for yourself not only feels possible, but essential, a natural part of your routine. Maybe you're reconnecting with joy. You discover the little moments of happiness, a laugh with a loved one, a quiet moment to read, or time spent on a hobby that you love. These small joys begin to feel like anchors, keeping you grounded and resilient. You have strengthened relationships. Your connections with others feel deeper and more meaningful because you're showing up with presence and energy. You communicate openly, set boundaries confidently, and prioritize what truly matters. You've got a healthier mind and body. Your body feels strong, your mind feels clear, and you have the tools to manage stress before it becomes overwhelming. You're no longer living in reaction mode, but moving through life with intention and balance. It's a life of balance and fulfillment. Picture a life where caring for others doesn't mean sacrificing yourself. You've found harmony, a place where you can give from a full cup, not an empty one. This vision isn't just wishful thinking, it's within your reach. Every small step you take towards balance and resilience brings you closer to this reality. So let today be the day you begin the journey. This is not wishful thinking, it's achievable. And today we will show you how.
So let's look at the opportunity. Let's have a look at the 3-step framework. The key to avoiding burnout isn't about doing more or finding more time. It's about doing things differently. We call this the Avoid Burnout Framework, and it's built on 3 simple steps. Number 1, awareness. Recognizing the triggers and the patterns that have led to burnout. Number 2 is action, taking small, manageable steps and making changes to create immediate relief. And 3, alignment, implementing long-term strategies to build resilience and sustain balance. But first, we have to break through some limiting and some false beliefs. So the first one is that the false belief is that burnout can only be avoided if I work less or I get more help. But really, the truth is that burnout is not about your workload. It's about how you approach it. Small, practical changes can really make a big difference. And then we have the self-doubt, those internal beliefs. I've tried everything, but nothing works for me. But the truth is, you're capable of change. This framework is designed to fit your life, not the other way around. And then we've got those external beliefs. I don't have time, I don't have energy or the support to make this work. But the truth is, the right framework actually saves time, reduces stress, and gives you back control.
Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was in similar shoes to you. I was overwhelmed, exhausted, and stuck in survival mode. Looking after three children that, one of them's really high needs at times, and moving through my own elements of grief. I thought burnout was inevitable, that it was just the price of caring deeply. But then I had an epiphany. I realized that burnout wasn't about doing more. It was about doing things differently. I started making small, manageable changes, and the results were life-changing. That experience inspired me to become a partner here at Heal Connect and to co-create this framework. Today, I'm sharing it with you because I've seen it work, not just for me, but for countless others. So it's natural to hesitate when considering a big change, but it's important to reflect on the risks of staying where you are. Burnout doesn't just disappear, it deepens over time, leading to far-reaching consequences. Here's what is at stake: declining physical and mental health. Burnout impacts your whole being. The exhaustion, the brain fog, and even physical symptoms like headaches or tension are just inconveniences. They're your body's way of waving a red flag, signaling it's time to slow down and recalibrate. Left unchecked, these signs can escalate into chronic issues like anxiety, depression, or even heart disease. Strained relationships. When burnout consumes your energy, your capacity to connect with loved ones diminishes. Resentment can build, misunderstanding grows, and the relationships you value most can really, really suffer. Reduce capacity to care effectively. When you're running on empty, the care you offer to others is impacted. You might find yourself snapping at loved ones or feeling resentful about responsibilities that once brought you joy. And then there's missed opportunities for personal growth. Each day spent stuck in burnout is a day where growth, joy, and fulfillment are put on hold. Imagine looking back months or even years wondering, what if I had started sooner? And then there's a risk of burnout becoming your norm. Burnout is insidious. Without intervention, it risks becoming a way of life, leaving you believing that overwhelm and exhaustion are simply the price of caring deeply. But the call to action doesn't have to be your story. Every moment of hesitation is also a moment where you can choose to step forward. By taking action today, you're not only preventing these risks, you're actively reclaiming a brighter, more balanced future.
So let's talk about what's possible when you take the first step toward healing and balance. Our 5-week burnout prevention program is designed to guide you through a proven journey towards sustainable well-being. And here's how this program transforms lives. So it's 5 weeks. So week 1, we're going to look at awareness and acknowledgement. And we're going to help you to recognize the signs of burnout and really understand the impact. And then this week is all about building self-awareness. You'll uncover how burnout manifests in your life, and you'll learn to spot these early warning signs. Now, these tools, like the burnout inventory, the guided EFT sessions, you'll begin releasing stress and connecting with yourself from day 1. So at the end of week 1, you could say, I had no idea how much I needed this. Brought all of these things into your awareness, and just understanding your triggers can be an absolute game changer. Now, week 2, self-care as a priority. Now, what we're doing here is we're establishing a personalized self-care practice or self-care practices that fit your lifestyle. And then what happens is you'll move beyond surface level self-care, using techniques which we'll give you, like NLP anchoring and relaxation exercises. You'll develop habits that restore energy and emotional balance, even on your busiest days. And we've had people go through these sessions in the past. And, you know, one of our participants actually said, you know, for the first time, I created a self-care program where I didn't feel selfish. And this for you is essential. And she felt really good about that. Week 3 is about emotional resilience. And what we're doing here is we're building the emotional strength to handle challenges effectively. You see, resilience is a skill. And in this week, we are going to equip you with the tools like perceptual positions, which is an exercise to view challenges from multiple perspectives. And you'll learn these techniques to regulate emotions, and then you will bounce back even stronger. And one of our participants said at the end of this week, instead of spiraling into frustration, I paused, I reframed, and for the very first time, I actually felt in control. And then week 4, communication and boundaries. This is where we enhance interpersonal skills and help you to learn how to set healthy boundaries. You see, burnout often stems from blurred boundaries and poor communication. So through some role playing, some hypnotic language patterns, you will gain the confidence to advocate for your needs while maintaining connection with others. And the feedback that we got from a past participant in this week was, I finally had a difficult conversation that I'd been avoiding, and it felt empowering instead of scary. And then in week 5, we bring in sustainable practices and integration. What we're doing here is we are going to help you to create long-term strategies to prevent future burnout. And it is in this week where everything comes together. Everything that we've taught you over the past 4 weeks comes together through a reflective journey, a beautiful future pacing hypnosis. You'll envision a thriving, burnout-free life. And this will leave you with a personalized 30-day action plan to sustain your growth. And when this came together from one of our past participants, they said, I now know how to protect my energy and still show up fully for the people I care about. Now imagine waking up every day and knowing that this is now what you can bring on a day-to-day basis.
So what you'll gain from the program, practical tools that you can use immediately. So from the emotional freedom technique, the tapping to mindfulness practices, you'll walk away with strategies that you can implement now, not later. You'll have a supportive community, connect with like-minded carers, parents, first-line workers who actually understand your journey. Share, learn, and grow together in a judgment-free space. You'll have expert guidance, benefit from the techniques like NLP and hypnosis taught by us. We are experienced professionals and we are absolutely invested in your success. You'll also have exclusive resources. You'll be able to access follow-up recordings, printable guides, and our online group to support your progress long after the program ends. And you'll have a pathway to lasting balance. The goal isn't just to feel better temporarily, it's to thrive sustainably.
Okay, so here's your next step for the 5-week burnout prevention program is that, in this offer, you will see that the 5 weeks is valued at $2,997. But let's wait here that included in this program, which is not $2,997, it is only $555, which includes a free 30-minute discovery session, a self-care toolkit, and exclusive resources, but you only have 48 hours to claim this offer. So you register now, and we'll be starting very soon on these first sessions, and we are looking forward for you to starting your next steps with us at Heal Connect.
So burnout isn't your final chapter. Take this step towards balance, energy, and fulfillment. Join us in transforming your caregiving experience into one that's sustainable, joyful, and rooted in resilience. So let's recap. We've explored the challenges that you face and the risks of inaction. We've introduced a framework that's simple, actionable, and designed to fit your life. And we've presented a clear path forward. Burnout isn't about doing more or working harder. It's about adopting small, practical strategies that align with your life. This is your moment to take back control. You've already taken the first step by being here today. Now it's time to take the next step. Join our program today and let's work together to help you reclaim balance, energy, and fulfillment. You do deserve this. So click on the link to reserve your spot for our up-and-coming program with Heal Connect.